Hi there, me again, Brandy from joyrebel.com. I feel like saying joyrebel.com because after I saw last week's uh, video, I was like, geez, I mumble a lot. Maybe it's a New Yorker thing. Uh, Not that I'm from New York, but my dad is very New York. Excuse me, I need to fix my hair here. You get the whole is your family in the mob thing, and we like to say, no, not anymore. Uh, as far as I know, I have no Italian mobster relatives. So that's me trying to make light of how I'm feeling, because how I'm feeling is way freaking jumbled up inside. Um, it's been about a week or so since I started this whole veggie thing and the yoga thing, and I've been doing yoga every night. I had fish last night, but have not touched meat, and that is the only, I guess, animal protein source I've had since I started. And I'm not really craving anything. I'm not really feeling unfulfilled. The yoga. I was going to tell you that I slept for like 12 hours last night because of yoga, but then I remembered that I took a Tylenol PM, so I think that had something to do with it. Um, but it's helping me sleep. I know it does. I've done yoga enough to know that if I do it consistently, I start sleeping better. I've been doing it. I tend to do it before bed. I tend to do it in the evenings, and that really just helps me rewind from my day. And last night, it's been a long week. Anyway, so I did a lot more of the restorative slash yin poses, which are more the gentle poses, not so much the crazy like twist yourself into a pretzel and balance on one pinky poses. That is more the yang type yoga. And got up later than I intended because a friend of mine and I threw a little art party today. She makes incredible jewelry, amazing jewelry, and we decided to get together and to her home. I would bring my photography. She would display her jewelry, and we'd have snacks and wine, and invite friends and coworkers to kind of just enjoy the art and have snacks and have conversation, and hopefully buy things. And I had a couple sales, not as much as I'd hoped, but we also didn't have as many people show up as we hoped. I just don't think we gave them a whole lot of time. Um, what was I saying? But I enjoy this kind of stuff. I figured that out. I really enjoy uh, not so much the just selling art, but the connecting with people and forming relationships kind of thing. So I had a good time. Yeah, I wish I could have sold more, but hey, whatever. There's always next time. And while I was there, I was talking to my friends Mark and Melanie, who I've known Mark a lot longer than Melanie, but they just got married and they are on this journey that they've called No New Plastic, to go 1 year without using any new plastic. So, for example, plastic containers that they already had in their home, they're not throwing those away. They're going to continue to reuse them. So, and it was really cool. It was a really great incentive for me to keep going on this journey to see how passionate they were about theirs and how fulfilling it's been for them, and not necessarily easy, but fulfilling. And I know I have the tendency, maybe other people do too, to sometimes you just kind of want easy, like what I was saying in one of my previous blog posts about being comfortable, and comfort and joy I don't think are the same things. I'm realizing now that I'm coming out of a period where I just wanted a break. I didn't really want to, like, I didn't want to make an intention. I didn't want to work towards something. I didn't want to have a goal. I just wanted to have fun and just kind of relax. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. But, like I said, I've been really feeling a need to do more. So seeing them on their journey certainly helped encourage me to keep going on mine. Uh, but it's also caused unrest within me and feeling for not them, they didn't, but just seeing them and their passion and their commitment. And then I also went, one of my blog friends who I just adore and think she's amazing, Connie at Dirty Footprints Studios. I'll also include her link. Been going on her site and just how things are changing for her in such huge ways because she is following a passion and an intention and putting herself out there in what in the same way or in similar ways as Mark and Melanie. And what I keep feeling like the frustration is I feel like I've lost or maybe have not found yet a real passion to pursue. And maybe this whole vegetarian yoga thing is. I don't know. The art thing, as much as I'm still doing photography and as much as I still love it, it's not a driving force and passion pursue kind of thing as much anymore. And the reason I'm feeling frustrated is I feel like I'll find something, really love it, pursue it wholeheartedly, talk about it a lot, blah, 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 and then I get petered out and I don't really do it anymore. Like the whole Joy Rebel thing, a year ago, a little over a year ago, I started this and it just seemed like I was on fire. And now I'm just kind of like, eh. Frankly, I'm kind of worried like this yoga and vegetarian thing, I'll be great with it and inspired by it for a little while, and then I'll burn out on that too. Like, sometimes I just get so freaking frustrated with myself because I feel like I'm never going to find the one true direction, or I'm going to keep changing directions. And now that I'm talking about it, it almost seems like, is this just an extension of the whole moving thing? Because I moved a lot. Everybody knows this, blah, blah, blah. But I moved around a ton, and I realized when I got older that that it was just knee jerk for me to move. Like, okay, I've done this for a while. I'm bored. I don't really know what to do next. Oh, I know, I'll move. And I really had to make a conscious decision. I remember the exact moment that I did it. I had to make a conscious decision to say, okay, am I committing to this lifestyle for the rest of my life where I'm just going to keep moving and never have roots and just go from one thing, every 3 years, go from one thing to the other? Or am I going to stay here and stick it out? And I chose to stay. And it was a really, really tough couple of years after that. Growing roots was a hugely important thing to me, and it was also one of the most terrifying experiences of my life. So now I'm wondering if this is just an extension of that. Like, I find one thing that I love for a little while, and then the new wears off, and I don't feel as passionate about it. So I just, okay, it's time to try something else. And do I really want to just keep doing that for the rest of my life, or do I want to stick it out? And I want to stick it out. I just, I don't know if I'm up for another couple of years of being bitchy because I'm trying to work through the growing pains. I mean, my God, I'm in my um, close to mid 30s, and so that's where I'm at. So I would just like to thank Mark and Melanie and Connie for stirring up these realizations in me because I needed to feel them. And thank you guys for listening because until I really started talking about it, I didn't just now on this, I wasn't really sure what was bugging me. So now I can see that I need to make decisions. It's feeling really overwhelming right now.